Hey, let's have some real talk. You've likely spent the last 30 or 40 years doing exactly what you were told to do. You went to work, you earned a paycheck, and you saved. You put the money into that retirement account every single month. You played by the rules. But there may be a silent partner in your retirement account that you might have forgotten about. That partner is the IRS. And right now, they may be waiting for their share. For those of you between 58 and 67, you're standing in what I call the red zone. You're getting close to the finish line, but the traditional advice you've been given, which is you're basically to push your taxes off until later, could actually be setting you up for a bit of a trap. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to share some planning strategies that might help you address it. Here's the potential problem in plain English. You have a pile of money in your retirement account that hasn't been taxed yet. It feels like your money, but when you turn 73, the government generally changes the rules. They require you to start taking that money out, whether you need it or not. When you're required to take that money out, it counts as income. And because your income looks higher on paper, three things could happen at once. First, you pay regular income tax. Second, because you look richer to the system, the government might tax up to 85% of your Social Security checks. Third, they could increase the cost of your Medicare premiums. It can be like a domino effect. Taking out $1 might trigger taxes in 3 different places. But here's the good news. You may be able to stop this domino effect before it starts. You have a window of opportunity right now to take control. Here are 3 simple steps you can consider to help protect your savings. Step 1, the tax valley strategy. Most people retire around 62 to 65 years old, but the government generally doesn't require you to take money out until 73. That leaves you with a potential gap of several years. In those years, your income from jobs are gone, so your tax rate may be lower than it has been in years. This could be your golden moment. Instead of letting your money sit there growing a future tax bill, you may consider moving some of it from your tax later bucket to a potentially tax-free bucket. In the financial world, this is often called a Roth conversion. Think of it like this. You're choosing to pay the tax on the seeds now, so you may never have to pay tax on the harvest later. You pay some tax today while your rate may be low to move that money into a Roth account. Once it's there, it has the potential to grow tax-free. And when you take it out later, it's generally tax-free as long as certain IRS conditions are met. Best of all, the government generally won't force you to take it out while you're alive. Now, this isn't the right move for everyone. Whether it makes sense depends on your individual tax situation, your horizon, and your assumptions about the future of tax rates. That's why it's important to run the numbers with a qualified professional before making the decision. Step 2, the super health account. If you have a health savings account, or HSA, you might want to think twice before spending it. Most people use it to pay for small things like copays or prescriptions today. But if you can afford to, you might want to pay those things out of your pocket now and leave the money in the HSA. Why? Because the HSA is unique. It offers a potential triple win. You get a tax break when you put the money in. It grows without being taxed. And if you use it for qualified health care later, it comes out tax-free. Now keep in mind, to contribute to an HSA, you generally need to be enrolled in a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And once you enroll in Medicare, you can typically no longer make new contributions. So if you're approaching 65, this is something to plan around. But here's a feature many people miss. Once you turn 65, that account becomes very flexible. If you use it for health expenses, which will likely be a big cost in retirement, it's tax-free. But if you want to use the money for something else, you can generally take it out just like a regular retirement account without the usual penalty, though you would owe income tax. It can act as a safety net. Step 3, the charitable giving strategy. If you give money to your church or a favorite charity, you might want to stop writing checks from your personal bank account once you're older. Once you reach the age for required minimum distributions, which really does depend on your year of birth, you can use a special tool called Qualified Charitable Distributions, or QCDs. It sounds fancy, but it's actually simple. You tell your retirement account custodian to send the money directly to a charity. Because the money never touches your hands, it generally doesn't show up on your tax return as income. This may help keep your reported income lower, which could protect your Social Security from being taxed and might help keep your Medicare premiums from going up. You still support the cause you love, but you may significantly reduce the tax impact of that distribution. Currently, you can direct up to $111,000 per year through a QCD, and that limit is adjusted periodically for inflation. It's one of the most tax-efficient ways to give if you're charitably inclined. The bottom line, the rules for saving money are often different from the rules for spending money. You spent your career climbing the mountain of saving. Now you have to climb down the mountain of spending. And if you don't have a plan, taxes might take a larger portion of what you built than you expect. Don't let that happen. Look at your tax valley years. Consider if moving your money to tax-free accounts makes sense for you. Look into using your health savings account strategically. You worked hard for your money. You deserve to try to keep as much of it as possible. I hope this has been helpful and gives you some ideas to help you limit your taxes in retirement. If you need help deciding what's best for your retirement income journey, I would love an opportunity to speak with you about your situation. Thanks for watching.